There's one thing as a marketing strategist and a content coach that I still love to teach. I've been teaching it for years, but still to this day, I still love to teach it. And that is content repurposing to make sure that it gets the maximum growth and the maximum reach once we made it. So I'm a big believer in automation. I'm a big believer in content creation, and I'm a big believer that that content should reach as many people in our audience as we can. So we're going to delve into some ways that you can repurpose the content you already have to an existing audience or to a new audience that you're able to connect with.
Welcome to the Talk Podcast with ideas strategist Linda Reed-Enever. Talk is where we chat about ideas and inspiration you can use to market your business. Get ready for practical tips you can implement today with your host, Linda Reed-Enever.
So the first thing that I love to do is everyone's creating blogs on their website, they're creating videos, they're putting all that content together. Not everyone is sending out a newsletter. So your newsletter is your first position to be able to repurpose your content for existing reach. So if you're using tools like MailerLite, you bring in a feed of those blogs, of those podcasts, of those episodes, and you make sure that you're letting those people who've opted in for your lead magnets and all the other stuff you've been creating know that you've created some amazing content. That content is high value, and it makes sure that people say subscribe to that newsletter so that they can continue to get amazing knowledge and expertise out of it from there. The next thing you can do with those blog posts is you can take them and go to a site like Medium and import them and use Medium's audience to be able to connect with their audience and to share your story and your message. There's tools out there like Promote that allow you then to take that blog post and then other people share the blog that you've written to their social audience. Now, we've just covered a few things you can do quickly and simply and easily with that blog. But then we go up the ante that one step further. We take that blog post, we load it into a scheduling tool like Reed-Enever, and it creates 5 social media post variations for us to then be able to share. Now, if our post is evergreen, we can let it go on and on and on and be on a continuous cycle. And yay, we're marketing for ourselves again. How awesome is that? Then you've got the opportunity to take that same blog post and turn it into a video. So you take it, you go to a tool like Pictory, you take the text that's in the blog, and you ask Pictory to create a video based on the information that you've got from there. Now we're going to take that blog one more time with a series of other blogs to a tool called Designer, and we're going to repurpose it into an ebook that now can be promoted and sold out there. But that's just blogs. We think about videos, we can do it multiple times with video. We're recording a long form video, we can snap it up into little pieces of short form content using a tool called Opus Clip. Handy to use, or it can start to clip it out too if you're using tools like Descript to be able to get out there. That videos that have key snippets and key takeaways that can be used again and again that you might create into Canva graphics. And you could send the blog for that as well. Create into Canva graphics to be able to connect out with your audience. That video, when you create it, could then possibly be automated and repurposed into a podcast. So we've taken podcasts, we've taken blogs, we've taken videos, and we're starting to repurpose it into other pieces of content. That video should be embedded into your website, especially a long form video, and has some show notes and that created along with it that, connect hopefully to another blog post, and you've got some cross-linking in there and you've repurposed that content further. And the same if it becomes a podcast episode. You continue to share that content out again and again using content repurposing tools like Reed-Enever to make sure that you're sharing it again and again as your social media audience grows along the way. Now, the benefits of repurposing past content don't just stop with blogs and video content. You've done presentations, you've spoken to people. And if you've got those presentations out there, I want you to take those presentations and I want you to look at whether I can make them an ebook out of it. Can I make a valuable resource? Can I create a course? Can I run a webinar myself now and present that information and build my audience that way by taking the content that I have from the past that I know has already resonated with an audience and start delivering it to a new audience? Can you look at being a presenter when you guest summits? Can you say, hey, this is something I can do? Or a networking event. Don't let those past presentations die. Give them a new life by presenting them in front of a new audience. By repurposing the knowledge, by repurposing the content that you already have into different formats, you maximize its reach. You don't leave it sitting there on a shelf. You're able to get out there and do it. So your step today is to take one of these techniques and implement it. And then maybe look at another one next week. And just have a look at the content you've already got and make sure that you're extending its reach by sharing it in front of a new audience. And that could be as simple as going to your Facebook group or going to Quora or Reddit and answering a question and putting that link to that blog post or that product or that webinar or service that you've run in front of someone else. It's all about actions, and this is perfect 5-minute marketing, taking the content we've already got and repurposing it to another audience. Until next time, my name is Linda Reed-Enever. I'm an ideas and marketing strategist, and I help you create impact for your business.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Talk with Linda Reed-Enever. Make sure you subscribe via your favourite podcast app so you don't miss the next great episode. You can find more ideas and inspiration at enevergroup.com.au.
It's the new year, and Instacart is here for whatever your new routine looks like. Maybe it's committing to the after-work workout, or trying plant-based recipes, or just having fresh ingredients in the fridge. Because with Instacart, you get time back, can filter shopping by dietary preferences, and never run out of what you need. So whatever your new year plan is, Instacart is here to make it just a little more possible. Download the Instacart app today. Actual dietary information may vary. Always check product packaging.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.